Hello and welcome to the Yellow Trumpet. I am your host, Chitugachinda. Last time we spoke on becoming and we ended with the spirit of the Republic. And you may have a question, what is that spirit of the Republic? I have your answer. The spirit of the Republic is what I call the Yellow Trumpets. I symbolize it with the Yellow Trumpets. The Yellow Trumpet is the national flower of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The Yellow Trumpet symbolizes our individual opinion. There is many of it. It is all over the place. We are in millions in Nigeria. So what is the spirit of the Republic? The spirit of the Republic is the collection of our individual opinions until we have an aggregate, an average of what the people want. For certain, I can say that the people do not wish to suffer. This is not a rant. I'm not here to say why you need to stand up against the government. If there is anybody you need to stand up or confront, I believe it is ourselves, the individuals. Because the flower doesn't bloom by focusing on other parts of the tree. It blooms by concentrating on its own growth. So the spirit of the Republic is our conscious growth, our conscious evolution as a people. It does not mean that as Nigerians we are destined to suffer, destined to live in perpetual poverty. That is not what I have said. In fact, it brings hope, practical hope, that in spite of the pain and despite the suffering, you can still live a fulfilled life. And in the course of doing so, shall be able to transform your life. Transform for the better, I should add. Nigeria is not a perfect society. There is no perfect society. But Nigeria is a unique society. Unique in the sense that for as many places as you may go in this country, you will find that you might as well be in a different country altogether. This is one country that can sustain multiple culture shocks. And it is to our advantage. It is our blessing. And as we know with oil and all other resources, blessings tend to come in the guise of curse. Because the initial advantages are squandered. Because a few or certain persons take the disadvantages and use it to their advantage, rather than harmonizing the advantages of being a Nigerian. You are looking for a quick solution. I have none for you. The best and the greatest solution that I prefer is that you work on yourself. It's a hard pill to swallow. You are not in charge of the economy, at least not at a large scale. You are not in charge of utilities, that is NEPA. There is no water, there is no security. There are none of these things, and yet I'm telling you that the best thing you can do is to improve on yourself. How does that improve society? Simple. Society is a collective of us individuals. The many of us that purify our minds and calm ourselves down to ask the important questions. will have a gravitating effect on society as a whole. The question should not be, what do we want? The question should be, who are we? We go back again to our question of identity. It is all important because identity is the needle in our compass. It points us to true north. It allows us to know that, yes, the mind is capable of various dynamisms. Yes, there are 360 degrees. But one is important. One is key. And that one points you to the place you need to be. In our case, who is that one? That one is your true nature. Human being. Who you are meant to be. A conscious being that is not compulsive. Is no slave to addictions. By addictions, I am not limiting myself to substance. That is why I use the word compulsion. I'm not limiting myself to substance, but rather our habits that we must do, cycles we must repeat, or we feel we must repeat, else our minds will not be calm. Taking ourselves away from that, complaining and doing nothing, complaining and trashing the streets, complaining and in our own cases becoming criminal, where it serves our advantage and we are certain that nobody will find us because the way society is structured, probably nobody will find us. So this is what it means to be free. The Yellow Trumpet itself is a hue. It represents a Nigerian, if not a West African identity. It is important to look up to this identity, but bear in mind that we are one cosmos. Despite the lines drawn along our borders, we are one people. We are the human race. And mind you, carrying with you this consciousness that if you break down society, break down civilization into segments, you stratify society. I am Nigerian, he is Ghanaian. For a time, it could serve as fun. We use it to play against ourselves in football. But animosity based on nothing but ignorance is bound to grow. So as Nigerians, what is our identity? Well, as a Nigerian, I'll tell you my identity. My identity is the cosmos. My identity is that life in me that keeps my lungs pumping. My identity is who I truly am. I hope that at the end of this, you have a sense of this spirit of the Republic, for it is our collective identity with the clearest perspective possible. It is the need for growth and growth itself. Thank you.